On this episode of Not Well, we talk about dumbass Republicans,
Harry Potter,
dumb YouTube podcaster conservative people,
fat alcohol syndrome,
and just being fat in general.
We talk about Park City gays,
And straight people fucking in bathrooms in elementary schools.
We talk about getting sick zoned.
Ooh, that's a good one. And we also talk about the cruise ship issues with the gays getting naked and filming. All this
and more on Not Well.
Oh, that was cute little.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really you trying.
I'm trying.
Okay. That'll be good. We have enough.
Okay.
Ew.
I did
Is that like your exercise? Like, la, 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 la.
I did that once, and like some Arabic speaking people were like, "That's pretty close."
They're like, wow.
To like the funeral wail that the women do.
Is that the whale?
Yeah.
That is the weirdest thing I think I've
like the women do that when they're sad or something.
Oh my god. Oh. That is too. Ew. Tastes like vinegar.
So it's old. So how? Wait, you opened this last weekend?
Maybe 2 Sundays ago.
Oh, I'm not drinking. That's not going to be good.
Why?
Once it's open and exposed to air, it gets like 3 days. That's it for reds and whites. It's not good.
Will I get sick?
You won't get sick. It just tastes disgusting.
Oh.
Because it's oxidized. I'll taste it and see.
It's not bad. It's just not good. Or are we just going to get Topo Chicos? It's not bad. Oh,
that's harsh.
it's harsh.
You're
but I
right.
think
It's like vinegary.
But I think it's harsh to begin with. But I mean, if you are uncomfortable, we can always just.
I mean, it's not like I haven't thrown up before. And you know me. I'm a make-out whore.
Hello, everybody. Oh, that was really somber.
Hello, everybody. The Chinese spy balloon has been shot down.
It's been popped. My balloon has been popped.
But don't worry, another one was just popped today over Alaska. So
Really? Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Not Well. I'm Bobby.
And I'm Jim.
And we're here and we're queer for 186. Episode 186.
I was like, what's 186?
I'm 186 years old.
Is that our new sponsor? Like,
Thank you to 186.
Thank you to 186.
Sponsoring us. Actually, though, we might be getting sponsored by a cum enhancer that
We need
enhances
it.
taste and amount. So we're waiting on that. I emailed, they didn't email me back, but
you know, the group that reached out to us, I don't think they realize how hard it is for some of us to come. So it's going to be hard to test, but we will try.
maybe it'll make us more horny though, or like more sensy.
Oh,
Maybe that's part of it.
perfect.
I just don't. It's crazy. You just you just don't come like you used to.
Oh, no. Like,
Back to you.
Jesus. I mean, it used to be like a shot every
Buckets
time.
and
now
buckets,
it's
and now I'm like, oh, I always think it's gonna be so great too.
Did you come less than a week ago? It's just going to be a dribble. And it's like,
Like I used to be like, pa.
Yeah.
And now I'm like,
Yeah.
I think I'm about to do that, and then I look down, I'm like, I'm disappointed every time.
It's just on the
Disappointed
hand.
every
It's
time.
like, that's it. Okay.
So, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us again. Make sure you follow and subscribe. I have to do like calls of action right now.
Yeah.
So, make sure you subscribe if you'd like, or share with your friends. We've actually gotten we got a new review, and it was a 5-star.
We've gotten
review.
a 5-star review.
So, fuck you, whoever the one was before that who said remember he was like the dissolution of a podcast, or what was it? Like,
Yeah. He was evil.
you don't even know.
He was an angry little queer.
Yeah, it was probably.
Maybe a straight. I don't know.
I think straights are so psychotic, but we'll go into that.
We got to get into that. Yeah.
I have a lot. I'm going to warn you. Today's episode is going to be brought to you by the Republican Party, because literally I have so much to say about them.
I can't
Conservative
wait.
people. We're going to rip on this girl.
Yes.
This podcast girl. Her name's, I don't even remember, Allie or something. I can't even.
I know what you mean.
She is the devil.
Yeah. She has Satan in her soul. Satan's in her soul.
She don't know her soul. I don't even know where my copy went. So I have no. Now, our number, Jim. What is our number?
Our number is 614-721-5336. 614-721-5336.
Call us today. And make sure you speak clearly.
Don't mumble.
Please don't mumble.
Speak up.
Speak your pussy up. Okay.
Or your bussy.
Or your bussy. Or
Whatever
your
one you
cadussy.
have. Whatever ussy you have.
Whatever ussy you are working with.
Thrussy?
Oh my God, I forgot to tell you about the YouTube comment. Somebody yelled at me for mansplaining to you.
Well, thank you to whoever
I don't know who was
noticed that because I put up with it daily.
I was like, she's like, God, Bobby, just let him talk, quit mansplaining or something. I'm like,
so what happened was
That was the part.
I'm like, you're like, tell us about this. I'm like starting, and then you're like, so really what happened?
so literally the reason why I did that though is because I wanted people to know that it was the fungus. The whole like opening scene was very important to me.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So anyway, okay, here we go. Voicemail.
What's up, guys? My name is Rob. I'm 33, and I'm not well. I'm fine. I just wanted to leave a voicemail that was actually clear. Every time I listen to the podcast, you guys play these voicemails, and none of the messages are clear. Like they're all marble mouth, like you said. So here's one that isn't. Hope all's well on your end, and keep up the good work. You guys are mad funny.
Thank you, Rob. So I was like, that's the only voicemail I got, of course.
Really?
But I mean, honestly, I'll take that over nothing, and I'll take that over the mumbles we've gotten. So
I was getting, I don't know why I'm analyzing this, but I was getting straight vibes. Like the mad funny phrase to me is
I was getting West Side.
Is that West
Coast? He's probably.
Is it West Coast queer?
It might be Salt Lake City. Thank you, Rob, for calling, and thank you for listening. We love it.
I love this.
We're one of a kind.
I feel like special now. I'm kind of like, okay, we got a clear voicemail. What? Yeah, I feel.
I'm working on my new.
Not mansplaining. So you were going to tell me how I felt, weren't you?
No,
I think you mean to say that you're feeling.
What you meant to say was, thank you so much, listeners.
For someone who complains of being gaslit all the time, you're really good at gaslighting.
Well, maybe it's because I practice what I've been taught.
Next topic. Okay.
I'm a pilot. I'm a fucking pilot like my grandfather. Oh, are you embarrassed? Oh, he's embarrassed. Well, I am a pilot of unmanned aircraft. I said vehicles. I'm like, well, cars don't fly.
Is it a vehicle? Yet.
No, it's an
cars don't fly yet. If Elon Musk gets his way, oh my fucking God, I hate him.
I do
so
too.
much.
I don't know what's going on with that. But I know everybody was really worried about me because all you guys care so much.
I was worried about you because you were like ripping shots and a bong at the bar on Friday night. You had a test Saturday.
We're going to have to talk about the bar.
What's that?
We're going to have to talk about the bar because I don't know how I made it.
Yeah, we got to talk about that as well. I mean, I was literally like...
Oh, I'm really fucking in trouble right now. Fuck. Oh, no. Oh, I'm in so much trouble. I mean, literally,
that was a night. Let's just say,
yeah.
I don't know how.
Talk about it.
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
So, congratulations to Bobby.
Thank
He's a fucking pilot. Like,
but the night before, I wasn't acting like a pilot. I'll say that, or maybe I was kind of.
Friday night rolls around, and we decide to make a night of it.
We recorded,
and then we were like, you know what? We'll go out for a drink or two. We won't stay out late, not past midnight.
No,
because he has a test tomorrow. Okay, so we end up at AWOL, and next thing you know,
it's pup night.
It's pup night.
Which it was crowded.
It was really crowded. There were a lot of...
Actually, there was hot pups.
There were hot...
I kind of am into it.
Just don't fuck my dad, all right?
Honestly, so was I. We both were like, look at this.
Want to be?
Look at this. Master.
I just looked over where you pointed, by the way.
Look at this.
Psycho. I was like,
look at this. You're like a little dog. I'm pointing at. Look at this. Maybe you're a pup. You could be a pup.
Oh my God, I'm a pup.
You would be a bull mastiff.
I'm a pug.
Oh
no, he ain't a pug, girl.
I'm a pug.
You're a chihuahua, honey. Little yappy ass bitch.
But I'm like an overweight chihuahua.
Yeah, you're like Taco Bell one.
I've got to go to water therapy.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
It was a goddamn blast at the bar.
The pups were a lot. It was crowded, but there are pictures of you peeing at the urinal in the bathroom. I took a lot of pictures of you.
We did do a lot of peeing. We did watching.
There was
in the bathroom.
A lot of that.
We saw
a lot of dick.
We saw dicks like we anticipated, and we also touched dicks like we anticipated. At the end of the night, did the lights come on in that night? Yeah, we stayed till it closed.
Yeah, unfortunately, they did come on, and this was the type of night it was where you close your tab, but then it gets reopened in an hour. And
Or you just get like one, you're like, oh, just close it, and then it's like
just
four
close it.
later, you're
and
like,
then you're like, you know what, leave it open, and then it's like 10 drinks later, you're like, I better close it. Yeah, because the bar closes because the lights are on.
Yeah,
it was that
really
type of night.
It was that kind of night, and it was great.
we really had good intentions at the beginning. We were going to go get a drink just to see what the pups were like.
We were good.
I felt fine Saturday. That's the creepiest, weirdest thing to me. I'm like,
well, I feel like that's maybe a little embellishment though, because then you said when you went over to your 70-year-old party, it was hard for you to take down those high noons. So
the first sip was rough, but then the next 7 high noons were fine.
Now
I brought an 8-pack, and I was like, wait, just gonna say
So I get home at 2:30 and decide I'm gonna have vanilla ice cream, okay, mixed with sherbet, which is actually really good. It's like a creamsicle. It's like a creamsicle. Do you know what a creamsicle is? Like an orange-sicle, like where they're like creamy. It's orange.
Yes.
You don't know.
Well, I know the flavor. I've never had an actual one because I'm not from a soda shop in the 1950s, but I know the flavor. Yes, orange sickle cream or whatever.
Have you ever had a Flintstones push pop?
Duh.
I grew up on those. That's kind of like it. It's creamy. It's like a creamy sherbet.
Those were never enough, by the way.
No,
that little push pop thing was this thick.
No, and you're like,
and it's like,
please.
That could have been more push pop, but the plastic at the bottom.
That always was a problem for me. And then I would like get it all over me after.
Your dad's like, when I was your age, I had 1 push pop.
I'm on 3.
You're on number 3.
And I'm eating cookie dough out of the fucking bowl.
The bowl.
I used to love to eat cookie dough out of the bowl.
Bobby McGillicuddy, is that you?
Hey, Bobby McGillicuddy's here. He's a pilot now, and
he likes cookie dough.
He likes cookie dough.
Cookie dough.
So anyway, we had
that. I don't remember what I was eating.
I think
I was eating like pizza at that time.
Oh yeah, because I was texting.
I think I reheated. I was like,
oh, I ate pizza too. I just remembered
because I need savory when I get home. I was like, oh, wait,
I don't know.
Did I also eat a pita that night?
I don't know.
Oh, I ate a veggie pita. I couldn't wait to get home.
Oh my!
Because Maddie Minch drove you home, and I took an Uber with my pita, and I was just holding the pita like, please, I want to eat you in the car while you're hot. Please,
mommy, please.
And that was so good, but it wasn't enough, so I also ate pizza. Yeah, that's right.
Right. And so then I was like, well, I guess I got to go to bed. I have a test tomorrow at 2:30. Thank God it was at 2:30, not like 9:30.
Right.
So I woke up and like
I woke up at like 11.
I woke up at 8, and like I literally started playing.
You were in
YouTube videos.
You were in do not disturb mode. I texted you all morning and like at 1 p.m. You didn't fucking answer anything until 3 p.m.
I had to get to that test. And
I loved
had to finish it. I did forget how much test anxiety I get. Like I was like, oh no, she's nervous and she's blanking out. That's what happens to me. Is I'll read a question and go, I don't know what that is, even though I do. And literally,
you can just Google the answer on your phone.
Well, no,
the FAA is not watching. You can tell the truth.
Oh, that's not true. I had a fucking camera on me. Oh, it's legit like a testing center. What do they call it? A proxy. Oh, yeah.
Oh, where were you?
I was at Rickenbacker.
Oh, I thought you just take it on your computer at home. That's why I was like, why are you so worried?
Honey,
that's why I was really
I had to go into
have
a
another
fucking room and I had to zip up all my shit into a bag, put the bag on the back of my chair, have a little pamphlet of the FAA.
Hate testing centers.
So that's why I was like,
I'm getting SAT throwbacks. Like
that's exactly what it was. And then there's a camera above you, and she saw that my book was fucked up, and so she came over and switched my book, and I'm like, this is weird. Like she's just watching me struggle through this whole fucking test.
Aww.
But I didn't struggle actually. I passed. I did decent. Okay.
Did you find out you passed like right away?
Yeah. So then.
Oh, honey.
Well, so I went through the test twice. I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared. And I hit submit. And then she handed me a piece of paper when I left, and she goes, here's your results. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I turned it real quick, and I saw pass, and I turned it back over. And I was like, okay, I passed.
You didn't like get excited?
No, I was like, I needed to get to the car first to like, I was going to have a scene like, yes.
You had to get to Wendy's.
No, I don't eat. Remember I told you I'm like on a diet for no reason other than just trying to look hot for Park City, trying to lose a little weight before we get to the ski boys, but we'll get into that.
Yeah. So that was a night. And then if I recall, let me tell you what I did that evening. I went to a surprise party for a 70-year-old man, my husband's father.
So your father-in-law.
My father-in-law, which is, that sounds so weird. But he turned 70, so we went down to old New Lex, Ohio, in the country. And it was a good party. Like, this was decorated. I was getting, like, wedding vibes, though, because the music they played were all wedding songs, like Electric Slide, you know, like, all of these songs. I was like, yeah. We did the chicken dance, actually, literally. I've never done it so quickly. They do it quicker in New Lex. There's an upbeat tempo there. Oh, it's too fast. It's too fast.
Well, that's because they're so slow that they have to get... Oh, sorry, I'm mansplaining.
So there it is. And then, we brought a little high noon. There was plenty of snacks. You would have loved the chips and dips, the veggies, all these good things. I did order pizza because I wanted pizza.
One solid.
I wanted something, and I walked down to the pizza place called The Pizza Place.
Is it like a really good pizza?
It was insane.
Okay.
It was so good. And it's called The Pizza Place.
Now...
We found a photo of Matt as a little child playing t-ball or baseball, who knows, on the wall. It's still there. It's so cute.
Oh,
I'm like,
cute.
Matt's on the wall here. Like, that's weird. And then we went back to the party, and then who started the dancing? I was the first person to dance.
This queer.
They don't even know who I am other than Matt's family. Like, the rest of the people there are like... And Matt's like, and that's my uncle, and that's my uncle's wife, and that's my cousin.
Now, you told me that they don't believe in queer people, some of the people there. Is that something you're talking about? Or
no, it is. I mean, I think some of them definitely don't.
Or in denial.
And you could tell by their hairstyle that they don't. There was a woman who looked like she was, an excommunicated Mennonite. I mean, she had this poofy little bun.
Fuck.
Matt's like, that's my aunt who hates the gays. I was like, yeah, duh.
Yeah, duh. Look at her.
And her husband was standing behind me in the line for the treats and the snacks. And I was like talking to him, and he was just like, staring at me.
Don't talk to me, you queer.
I don't know, I think I even said like, oh, I don't know who you are, but I'm Matt's husband. And so he just stared. And
husband?
I was like, husband, not in the eyes of the Lord.
I can't. Like, I'm just...
It's so funny. So then I started the dancing, and people joined in after like 10, 15 minutes. Like, I was dancing by myself for a while, but I didn't care.
Dancing on my own. Dancing.
I was having high noons. I was having fun, so I don't care. I'll dance anywhere. But then at the end, it was cute. Matt's mom was like, see, we can have fun. Because they think I hate New Lexington. I don't. But they think I'm like ashamed of the country folk. Or, like they
I don't think you're ashamed of the country folk. I think it's there's just more going on in the city.
There's more to do. Even Matt has said, like, I would never move back and live in the country like that. Like there. Like
that and like there. I want to buy land in Wyoming. So there's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
What do you want to do? Dig coal? I mean, what's in Wyoming?
I feel like for some reason something's telling me to buy land in Wyoming.
Okay.
It's my...
Is it Liz Cheney? You like the lesbian, the stiff upper lip?
Oh yeah.
Wait, is she not the lesbian sister?
No.
It's the other one's the lesbian. I can't keep track.
I can't come up with these Republican lesbians.
Yeah, like any Republican queer, it's like, are you okay? Blink twice if you need rescued.
I mean, George Santos is already being like searched now by
he's
the... He's a mess. Mitt Romney like called him out.
Yeah, even Mitt Romney's like, you don't belong here. He's like, you don't belong here.
The State of the Union happened.
Okay,
and
that was good.
It was a shit show, but it was good. But it was a shit show.
But it was.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
What was she wearing?
What are
Cruella DeVille look.
You know why she wore that? Apparently,
I don't.
It's a big white thing like the balloon. They're so fixed on the balloon. Anything that even happens, they have to like try to zoom in on it.
Oh my God! It's a balloon.
You guys are spying on us. How Joe Biden didn't protect us, honey. There's satellites. Like I don't know if you know this, but they could literally nuke us. But we have.
Yes.
We're not going to shoot down a balloon that we're probably monitoring.
Like, I'm trying to tell these people. I'm like, what are you so worried about in the balloon? We know what's in the balloon. We know what it's doing. And then it's like they even admit they're like, yeah, there have been other balloons before this. A lot of them.
During the Trump era, and they're like, no fucking way.
And then Trump's like, Trump even got briefed like last week. They were like, hey, Trump, like we have to tell you about this stuff. But yeah, there were balloons in your presidency too. And it's like, you didn't hear him being like, oh, Joe Biden should have shot that down and blah, blah. It's just kind of like, yeah, there are fucking balloons. Like,
well, Trump is protecting the American people by not shooting it over them. But then Biden does it.
And they're like,
he can't speak that clear.
He should have shot that balloon down. It's like, for what?
She's a disaster.
What did it accomplish?
I mean, she's a full fuck.
She's such a disaster. But that's like the best part.
Right.
Is we just let her be her and everyone's like, you're a fucking idiot.
It's like the catch-22 of life. Do you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Literally. I mean, first of all,
I just got back to my
we have on the
office
filter
after listening to the State of the Union with Joe Biden. And
look how tired she looks.
Really understand what he was saying is he was yelling at people, yelling through the applause and mumbling through his words. Some of the things that we did here didn't make any sense. Joe Biden claimed to care about the border and talked about fentanyl deaths, which is the #1 cause of young people ages 18 to 45, but yet has no plan to secure the border. And frankly, we all know he doesn't care about the border.
Why does she think
Joe
that?
Once the
Hi,
border
fentanyl
wide
was
open,
like
that's the
made
whole
big
problem
by
with Joe.
our pharmaceutical
We
company.
also didn't talk about McDonald's non-compete fees. Well, I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't hear anybody at home worrying about these terrible fights between different fast food companies.
Oh, well, they're all
Joe Biden
unionizing,
did
so
talk a lot
yeah.
about communism, though, and controlling private
Communism.
companies, and I think that's something that should.
I love that
every
that's their
single
buzzword. They're
American
like,
in every
You gotta-
state.
communism.
We'll tell you one thing Joe
So
Biden
let me-
did lie about. He didn't know what he was talking about a lot of the time, but he
I gotta
did
get to-
frankly lie. Talking about Republicans and Social Security and Medicare.
We can show you the plans.
We have not
He
talked
literally
about
held up a
cutting
virtual
Yeah, he's like,
Social
this is
Security
it.
and Medicare.
Here's their plan.
Joe Biden has been claiming
Rick
that we're
Scott,
gonna cut
Senator
Social
of Florida,
Security and
that's his
Medicare.
plan.
But we're not. So we called
And-
him out on the House floor.
And it didn't work because then he tricked you.
Called him a liar, and you look like a
Either
fucking
he doesn't
fool,
know what he's talking
Cruella.
about, or he's just flat out lying. The one thing he did not talk about was the one thing he should have talked about. He should have apologized to America for the Chinese spy balloon that he allowed.
She has a
to
balloon.
burst across our country.
Oh, it's so
Spy on our
sad.
military
It is so.
bases,
Like,
spy
how
on
did
our
she
food factories,
dupe
spy on
people
our
into thinking
schools.
she's
can't.
serious? She's holding a
Spy on
balloon.
our-
She's having
right
her
now.
own State of the Union.
She's in a white, fluffy, ugly coat. Ugly.
It looks like it's from
And-
fucking like the thrift store down on like Alabama
It's
Highway
like a
in
pimp
Georgia.
coat from the 1970s. It's just
Her
not-
eyes. I mean, I'm not eye
she's tired,
shaming.
but she's tired.
Honey,
She's
you're tired. It's tiring for you.
It's
Let me see
tiring.
it.
It's tiring to lie all the time.
It is.
And
It's
if
terrible.
you need a break, please take one.
Like, how in the fuck did you?
Why don't you go fuck your trainer again at the gym? Because I think you were doing better when you did that.
Yeah, aren't you a single lady now?
Oh, don't you have a divorce to go through with your husband? You better focus on that. Do you have
That's
any
why she's
kids
so
in the
tired.
divorce? Oh no, I thought you cared about the children. Well, whatever, Marjorie, but
Nice
we wish
balloon.
you well. Nice balloon.
Idiot.
Next time you need to be taken seriously, well, you won't be.
It's like you had your own. Okay, first of all, you also then put on the Apple filter. First of all, you put on this filter that looks absolutely terrible on you, the portrait mode. Okay, it's like,
I know.
honey, we don't want to be zoomed in and like focus. We need to like
You
have
want to
some-
blur into the background
we
with
need
that
shit
with
to
that
happen in the
mug. You want to
background,
blur
yeah.
into the background.
We do not want to see a clear photo picture of you. We need you to be a little blurry, honey. 4K is not good on you. Okay,
Let's go down to 1K.
Speaking-
Can we, Marge?
Marge. Okay, 1080p. Actually 390 or whatever the fuck that is. Like
I
very
hate when
low.
there's porn options and they're like, "Do you want 360, 720, or 1080?" I'm like, "Who do you think I am?"
Who puts 360?
360. I'm on a VHS attached
I can't.
TV from the 19 like 360. I don't know. But that's what we need for Marge. Yeah, it was. I mean, honestly, I do think Biden just fucking laid it out. Like, Republicans are talking about cutting Social Security and Medicare. It's in some of their plans. He even said it's not all of you. It's not even a majority of you. But it's a lot of you. There's a significant number of people in your caucus who want to do that. And you want old people to vote for you. Like, it's just ridiculous. And they're holding our debt hostage because they want to do these things. If you want to get spending cuts, well,
Do it right.
do it when a
Work
spending
together.
bill comes up.
Let's do it together. Let's stop fucking around. Like, I'm so tired of the politics of it. I'm so tired.
I know.
It's become so stupid to the point where I'm like, I'm not even going to listen to these motherfuckers
And the truth is,
anymore.
the deficit grew under Trump more than any other president before that, more than under Biden.
I love
Because we cut taxes on the wealthiest people under Trump in 2017. Because who do they really care about? Their donors. They
don't
care
give a
about rich
fuck about-
people.
They definitely don't care about us.
No,
Definitely not the gays.
they hate us. They literally want us
fucking
to
hate the
die.
gays. They
It's
want
like,
us to die.
How many hundreds of bills have been filed against queer people in Republican legislatures across the country?
and we're gonna
get
absolutely
into
to that because that's for that
'cause-
podcaster
yep.
bitch. But like, the straights are out of control right now.
No,
They
the
are
straights
so
are
obsessed
out of
with us.
control.
It's like,
I know.
Why are you so obsessed?
They hate their lives. I mean,
it's
we're
evident.
having a good time. We look hot, and then they're just like, oh God, I'm getting divorced. Oh, my high school sweetheart didn't work out. Oh,
working for us.
oh no, I'm not getting into heaven quick enough. So I've got to hate on the gays.
Why don't you? I got an idea. Get a head start, honey.
Yeah.
And
if you know what I mean. Why don't you go to the pearly gates and see how it
go
works?
see how it looks yourself and help yourself out. Us out. So I think it's really interesting, and I've been thinking about it. And I know, like, I'm not like
You're not the first, but people are noticing.
people are noticing some things.
Finally.
And I think it's really funny to me that Sam Smith decides to show a little body.
Yeah.
Decides to. Did I say?
It's
Did I say though he
decides to? No, you said Sam Smith decides to.
Okay,
show
I was
body.
like, see, I was checking. I was like, they literally don't give a fuck anymore about what people
Yeah,
think.
they don't.
Because of
Look
the
at what they're
career in the
wearing.
past, it was be skinny, be Hollywood ready, be quiet, don't be flashy. You have a great voice. You don't need to be yourself. You need to be somebody else.
Yeah.
So that all happened. Then they came out.
Right,
as
they come out
non-binary.
as non-binary.
As non-binary.
Now, what's in this wine?
Honey, it's that vinegar.
Is this vinegar? This tastes like sweaty balls. Like it's just like a
fine.
little.
Everything's fine. It's a little fermented, a little extra judge, some judge.
Okay, some fudge.
So they. Were you going to say something?
We are struggling.
We are. It's fine.
I know, but I like what we're saying, so we have to say
gotta
it.
keep going.
Yeah.
What were you saying though?
So
What were
they
you
so they come out as non-binary, and so they have to deal with all that shit and the pronouns and people not respecting it. And then they decide to do this video, Unholy, with a trans singer, Kim Petras, who she's known to be trans. And those two put out this song that instantly becomes number one. It's overplayed. We hear it all the time. You know, it's a good song, though.
It's a great song.
It's a
And I
great
bet you half of them don't know that she's trans.
Well, no, people do
well, now
not know
they
that.
do, but-
Actually, I didn't know that, I have to admit.
Oh, that's
I
cute.
found out after the song came out, and then one of my friends at work was like, "Oh, I've always loved Kim Petras."
Yeah.
And then they told me, and I'm like,
She
"What are
was
you
here,
talking
like,
about?"
2 years ago for Pride.
Oh, she was. Yeah, that's right.
It was raining, so we didn't
I think my
go.
friend who told me was at that, and at the time I was like, "I don't know who you're talking about." And now she has a Grammy.
Now
but
she kept saying training with the Grammy. I'm like, oh no.
oh, she's reclaimed the word.
Reclaiming my time.
But with Sam, so they decide to show a little skin. They have a little slutty outfit, which is wonderful. And there's a lot of criticism, and it's not always directed at other people wearing slutty outfits, specifically smaller bodied people who
Like
are gender
Harry Styles.
non-conforming. Yeah, like Harry Styles.
Harry Styles,
when
can
he
wear-
does it,
nobody cares. But when
he
Sam
wears a
Smith
dress,
does it, they're
he
like,
has his tits out.
they.
No, I'm talking about Harry
I'm
Styles
monitoring.
will have like a blazer on with tits out or full chest showing. Harry Styles will have a short skirt on. Harry Styles can do anything that's gender nonconforming, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, he's so brave." Sam Smith comes out. They have something with like little skin showing in between layers.
We have some fat showing, okay?
They have a little fat
We have some
showing.
body.
They're a bigger
Some
person.
body-oddy.
And it's like,
Happier than ever, too.
how
That's
could
what's
they
so crazy.
do this? How could they do this? This is so disrespectful.
disrespectful.
They are disgusting. They are just sick.
I heard, I wish that, well, they used the word he. I wish that
course.
he would go back to being his old self.
And there it is. It's like the double whammy.
He never was this,
It's
though.
the
He was always
they.
this.
Yeah, they've told us I'm non-binary, but I wasn't out.
The Sam Smith
couldn't
that
talk
you
about it.
knew
Yeah.
when they came out, not on the music scene. When
Yeah.
they came out on the music scene,
'Cause
that
they were
Sam
really
Smith
young.
was being influenced by the industry.
I think they were repressed and influenced by the industry. Like,
fully.
you know, the industry said, like, you have a good voice.
This is the mold.
You have a good voice, but like, you can't be.
We're gonna put you in a
them.
suit.
Like, you can't.
We're gonna put you in a suit. We need you to lose about 50 pounds, so you're not gonna be able to.
Yeah, they
eat.
were skinny back then,
They were.
which was like, it looked.
It's kind of gross.
Now
when
you're
you look
like,
now.
were you
and
ill?
They even say, they go, that was my darkest time. And it's like, wow. Okay. So
Wow,
what are we
is it-
doing here? Like,
So
why
when
are
we have
so
to hide who we are, it's our dark. Interesting.
Again, we talked about last week about being authentic.
Yeah. They
So
couldn't be authentic.
these people who want to talk shit need to learn what authenticity is.
It's fat
okay?
phobia, it's queer phobia, it's transphobia, it's all together.
Yeah.
And they have to just put up with it. But you know what? They're thriving. They just won a Grammy. They're doing
Yeah,
great.
fuck it.
And they're gonna keep making hits and we're gonna love them. And the queer community should show up for them, but they don't. That's the main problem for me is like even from the queer quarter, the queer community, there are people saying, "Oh, well, they shouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't wear that. It's not flattering on them." What?
That's the problem with
Why
our
are we
community.
doing this? We love Lizzo, but then when Sam does it, we're like, they don't look good like that.
Lizzo is like the hag everybody wants, okay?
Well, I guess
So-
even Lizzo in the straight community gets made fun of.
Right,
Like,
like-
she shouldn't, she's too big. We don't want to see her ass. We don't want to see this. And
That's
it's like,
gross.
Lizzo's incredible. Are you fucking kidding me?
I just love it how it's always like white,
Yeah.
skinny, dumb
Yes.
bitches and people that are like complaining about everybody else. It's like,
Well, and this is why a lot of BIPOC and other queers are kind of just like sick of the cisgender white gay men because
right.
that's the, and we are too. Like, that's the group where it's like, you get the most,
And I understand.
internalized homophobia, racism,
That's what it is.
fat phobia. And you can see it on their Instagrams. Like, you get these like skinny little cisgender white guys, and it's like, okay, so you're gonna bitch about being fat, and then you post a picture like, I'm so fat, I ate pizza. First of all, there's so much wrong with that. Like, I get you're seeking attention, but you need help. You need help.
The people that I think of, they are the ones that want to fuck a fat queer black person, but they can't because they're raised in a place where they can only date white people.
Yeah.
So these people then have to like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. They're expressing
they
things
want
that
it
they
so
can't
bad,
do. Yeah.
but they cannot do it. So then
they
have
want
to hate
the cultural relevance of a queer trans black woman, but they're not going to have it. And sorry, we don't want to give it to you anymore. Like, we're tired of you because you've never. What have you really supplied? Like, what movements have you led? You're not leading anything. You're a consumer of culture.
Straight pride.
Who's creating culture?
They canceled straight pride for us.
Yeah.
Okay, well, welcome to every fucking day of your life. Okay? Oh, I'm angry. Now, trans people have been in the news recently a lot, and I'm getting fucking tired of it in a bad way, and I want some positivity.
And we're, oh my God, I'm getting pissed about it.
Oh no.
I'm getting tired of them being called groomers. I'm getting tired of trans people being demonized. I'm getting tired of Republicans using trans people as if they're the most evil thing in the world and the source of all our problems. If we just didn't have trans people, we wouldn't have to have this and this and that. It's like, no, that's not what's happening. Come back to reality. You guys are fucking crazy. You're banning books. You're taking the books off the shelves because you don't like what they teach. You're banning AP classes in Florida because you don't like what they teach. Even though you don't know what they teach and you won't engage with it, you won't talk about it. You don't want to read it and actually try to say one way or the other if you agree with it. You just want to ban it.
You're just scared.
You're afraid.
You're just scared. You're scared of death. You're scared of the Lord.
You're afraid of losing relevance. You're afraid of losing power, which you are. You already have.
It's already done. That's the problem.
That little clip you played of that guy who was like,
it's already happened.
They're fighting for a world that is gone.
It's gone.
And they are. Like,
and slowly,
Gen Z is not going to put up with this shit.
Gen Z is not going to put up with us, and that's really.
I know.
We think we're praising them now, but we're the old ones that think about.
They're going to be like, actually, you guys were just as bad.
The ones
after
below
Gen Z, they're going to be like, fuck you.
Who are these fucking people? They're going to make fun of boomers. They're going to be like, we would have never put up with this shit, and we're like,
we're going to be the new boomers. Like,
we will be.
Literally.
We're like.
I'm still fun.
Fuck.
Creep.
That's what I think's gonna happen with millennials. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna be the generation that like hangs on so tightly to youth.
Yeah,
and so tightly like
we're trying
our profiles.
You can't blame us. I mean, we grew up. How many wars did we grow up through? I mean, it's like war, tragedy, war. I mean,
and here's a whole world of the internet that you can see every single place. Yeah. I was even thinking about it. Like my mom, I was like, you couldn't even see what China looked like. Like you couldn't do any of that. You'd have to look in textbooks or like we could go. I wonder if China,
a giant earthquake in Turkey that killed over 20,000 people.
Oh God,
that would just be in the newspapers. It would be like
it would have just came out.
5 photos in the newspapers. Yep. It maybe some pictures on the TV too, like some video, but blurry.
2 days later,
360.
Because it would take 2 days to get the media across the ocean.
Yeah. So it's like it's just like now it's like here's instant tragedy, instant bad news, instant let's be afraid of this group, let's be afraid of this country. It's just ridiculous. It's all too quick for brains to process. I think we used to read news and sit with it for a while and then have discussions about it. Now it's just video reaction. Well, you could get 5 of these news stories in one day, whereas before it'd be like the head news is this, and you'd be like, okay, great. And the next day you'd come in, the head news is this. Where today we're getting headline news every and I get New York Times alerts throughout.
I can't.
The craziest thing
is Wolf Blitzer.
And they do this on purpose. Like, so I get New York Times alerts on my phone, and someone finally pointed it out because I was like mentioning it to someone I work with, and she was like, hey, you've mentioned like the death toll like twice in the past 3 days. I'm like, oh, well, that's because New York Times was like, death tolls over 6,000, death tolls over 7,000, death tolls over 10,000. I probably got 8 alerts from New York Times as if it's an alert that more people are being reported dead.
After 1,000,
a giant earthquake. Yeah, it's like,
I don't need updated every hour.
Death toll over 20,000. I'm like,
it's like,
yeah, like, I don't know that this is a breaking news headline. Like, we know people are dying, but you just want attention, and that number is scary. So you get the clicks, you get the,
it's all clickbait. Wolf Blitzer's the worst at it on CNN. He'll be like, breaking news. The White House says that. And it's like,
what?
Literally no breaking news. It's like not even a big deal. But this is a breaking news alert.
That's the scariest thing is that they manufacture news for 24 hours a day, every day on these channels because they have to for advertisers.
That's
like
crazy.
It's all when you think about it, like it's all constructed.
It's all.
There's not actually breaking news every day. We don't have to discuss some of the bullshit that the Republicans are saying.
The only reason any of us have to do anything is basically because of marketing and construction. Period.
Yep.
Now,
period.
Tell me about what's her name? You want to talk or Harry Potter?
Fuck.
You want to talk about? I was trying to segue you in there, but you just haven't really taken the cue,
I'm going to start with my little background because it'll help explain my feeling and all that. Basically, growing up, like I got the first 3 Harry Potter books for
sorry.
I got the first 3 Harry Potter books for my... What are you doing?
I want to listen.
Oh, okay. So like I think I was turning 11 or 12 and I got the first 3 Harry Potter books for my birthday. We were at a bonfire party for my birthday. It was a whole family there. Godmother gave them to me. She was like, here's 3 books. I've heard they're really good. You're going to like them. I flew through them. I was obsessed with them. And then I was waiting in line at bookstores for these books. I mean, they're books about like figuring out that you're different than you were told. So of course I liked them. It's like, hey, Harry Potter, you're a wizard, by the way. There's this whole world you're unaware of. It's a great world. You're going to love it. You're going to fit in. It's great. So it's very queer. It's very trans. So I read those books and then I would wait in line at Barnes & Noble's for the next book to come out. I literally would go at like 10 p.m., be there till midnight, and then grab the book, go home and read all night, stay up, try to get as far as I could. I would finish a book, even the 500-page one, in like 3 days, because I'm like reading, because I loved these books. Okay. Then after all 7 of them come out, movies are coming out, they're okay but watchable. Never as good as the books. I reread the books probably like every few years. I would read through the whole series. I probably reread all of the Harry Potter books 4 times. So that's where I'm at. Like I don't consider myself a super uber fan. I don't have like Harry Potter shit around my house, but I know the stories. I loved the stories. Then I think I was an undergrad and J.K. Rowling is like, oh, by the way, Dumbledore is gay. And that to me, I was like, Dumbledore was like my favorite character. He has the most power, the most wisdom, the most foresight. He sacrifices himself so Harry can get rid of Voldemort, all this. So Dumbledore was like just such a cool character to me. He was the headmaster of the school. He taught all these people. He was the nicest guy. And when she said he was gay, I was like, oh, this is even cooler. Like this really, there were secret things in these books, like for queer people. Okay. Then in the past few years, J.K. Rowling has outed herself as a TERF, a trans exclusionary radical feminist. She doesn't believe trans women are women. Why? We don't know why, because she's a bitch. We don't know. And she fully, there were first just some tweets that people were like, oh, she didn't really mean that. And like she accidentally retweeted that and it had a meaning, but like she didn't mean that meaning. No. She's donating money to anti-trans causes. She doesn't like trans people. She thinks they're dangerous and a threat to society and other women. She thinks they shouldn't be able to use a bathroom, the same bathroom, gendered bathroom as like a biological woman, as she keeps saying. So it's just insane. And so she went from this, who like queer people looked up to, especially even trans people, like it's a very trans story. And then she's anti-trans. And here it is. And we have to face this fact. Okay. So now here we are in the present. This game, which has been under development, takes place in the Wizarding world. It's not the Harry Potter timeline, but I think it's earlier. So there's this game coming out. And like, how exciting is that? Like if you told me that 10 years ago, I'd be like, I can't fucking wait to play a game. And now it's just like, tainted. And there's arguments on both sides I've heard. A lot of trans people are like, please don't play this game. Like you are supporting, J.K. Rowling will get royalties from whatever comes out of the sales of this game. She's going to get money from it. Does that really matter? And then donate back to anti-trans causes. Like she doesn't like us. And there's an argument like she's already rich. She already has the money. Like royalties from this does not. She's a multimillionaire. She's a dame of the British Empire. Like literally, I'm not sure the sales from this game are going to make or break her at all.
No, it'll probably be a little change.
And then some people are saying like there were queer people working on this game, and there were because there's a trans character in the game. They literally put a trans character in the game. So like the people
like
who
she's
coded
mocking
the people who coded the game. Well, she didn't have any. So it's like she owns the rights to the universe, but she didn't have anything to do with the development of the game. So then it's like, well, we got to support the people who made the game. But even some of the queer people who made the game have come out and said, you know what? Don't fucking buy the game. I hope it crashes and burns. We already got paid. We don't care. Don't buy the game. But then there's a lot of bullying within the queer community of anyone who buys the game. They're trying to cancel them. They're trying to say like, how dare you buy this game? She hates us. The fact that you support this game means you hate me. And it's just getting out of control to me. I'm kind of like, so you don't like J.K. Rowling because she bullies trans people, but then you're bullying people for buying a game.
You're doing the same thing she's doing.
And then you're saying they're anti-trans because they bought a game and played it. And like I said, I'm not going to buy the game. There are other games for me to play. I have plenty of games to play. I'm waiting
buying the game.
I'm waiting for Breath of the Wild to come out. Yeah, you're buying it?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, I was like, you don't even like the
What's
universe.
Breath of the...
Oh, Zelda. The next Zelda game that's coming out, the sequel, it's like going to be fucking amazing. There's other good games coming out too. So it's like, I can wait another month for that great game. But I'm a little interested in what it's like because I can get back into that time before she.
Are you scared of getting canceled if you got it? Like, do you think?
No, I don't. I'm not worried about being canceled. You can't. You have to be. You can't be canceled.
What's our good friend's term?
You have to be able to be canceled.
You have to be somebody to be canceled or something.
And it's true. Like I couldn't be canceled.
I mean, I could.
But I know queer people playing the game and posting about it on their Instagram stories, and I messaged them. One of them, Mark. I was like, oh, so you want to play the game? And then Dustin out in LA, I saw he was playing it. I was like, oh, so you actually bought the game? He's like, yeah. So it's just a little bit weird to me that there's this fight. Like,
right.
Why can't we acknowledge that it's terrible?
But also like
it if someone plays it, that doesn't mean they hate trans people.
You fucking hate me. No, what I hate is this whole like, you hate me because of, no, I'm at your fucking recital, Bridget, but.
And then while within the queer community, there's this giant argument going on over a game. There are literally hundreds of laws being written and passed across the country against trans people.
Yep.
Are we really going to focus on this game right now? Are we worried about a Harry Potter game with poor graphics? I've seen screenshots of the game. It doesn't look great. I've heard the story is anti-Semitic and not a great story. So it's a little like, this should not be our primary concern. We should not be spending hours debating this on the internet.
Yeah.
We need to worry about the laws being passed that are actually going to harm trans kids. Like, that's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about a Harry Potter game. Let's briefly talk about it. We talked about it. Let's move on from the fucking game. If people buy it, they want to play it, fine. Let them be. I'm not going to buy it. I don't see anything in the game good. I don't like J.K. Rowling anymore. It's disgusting to me. I'm not going to buy it. But if someone buys it because it relates them to their childhood and they're like, wow, I used to really relate. I loved this. I'm going to let them play the game in silence. I'm not going to say anything against them. But I'm not trans. I'm non-binary, but I don't feel particularly targeted.
My pussy.
I'm straight appearing, male appearing. So I'm protected. I get that. I have privilege. What?
Oh, nothing. I just keep going. I like hearing about you.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
I'm straight appearing. I'm girl.
I can pass. I can pass if I don't open my mouth.
Same.
I walk around work. I can pass.
Yeah. Same.
If I have to. You can too.
Quiet.
So I'm just saying,
we can't be like, hey, bitch.
Maybe my opinion on the game is not as important as an actual trans person who's like living in Florida, for example, is what I'm saying.
But also, when are we going to stop that game and that war of words and shit and actually just like
within our own community, show up? Yeah.
Like, instead of being so mad about the game, why don't you get mad at the fact that half these people probably didn't even show up to the polls? Okay.
Right. We have like 30 to 40% of the population voting. If you're that worried, you better vote in every single off election, every single midterm, and presidential election. I don't want you just voting when you feel like it.
So this brings me up to this dumb whore, Allie Beth Stuckey. Now,
who is this?
This girl is a conservative Christian.
Horrifying.
First of all, that part.
Let's just say middle part.
But I'm just
or some intelligent baby. That's so wild. I wonder if there was like intent behind it, like some creator or some intelligent designer was like, oh, I think, I believe in the Respect for Marriage Act because I believe in the separation of church and state. No, you don't. No, you don't, because this actually obliterates the separation of church and state. A lot of people who say separation of church and state, they think that its only intention was to protect the state from the church. That was not its intention. Its main intention was to protect the church from the state. And here's the thing about a lot of atheists, and I'm not saying atheists in general, but many atheists, they think that they have thought harder about Christianity than all Christians have. They think that every Christian or every religious person, but specifically it seems like their sights are set on Christianity when it comes to debunking it and demeaning it, deriding it. We Christians were even told by pastors and influential Christian leaders that wearing a mask at all times, even if it's just your flimsy cloth mask, and getting a vaccine, and even encouraging your congregants to do that is how you love your neighbor. I mean, we're talking about people here who I always say that white woman Instagram is one of the worst places in the world. It's filled with so much misinformation because we have these influencers and authors in self-empowerment, self-love.
I am Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a blue suit. And
History. Oh my goodness. First of all, how does she know she's a woman? As far as I know, she is not a biologist. What are any of us really? If we are not biologists, do we really have the authority to say that we are women? But thank goodness that she let us know. Thank goodness that she told us her pronouns. All of us have been completely in the dark. We've just been using her name to refer to her. So thank you so much for that clarity. Gavin Newsom is running ads in Florida, trying to get California's defectors to move back, saying that they're the party in the state of freedom. Do you think, this is just an aside, just a little parenthetical part here, like, do you think that you're actually going to make people forget why they left California? The truth is, there is nothing more dangerous than a man with no one to live for and nothing to do. Idleness is an enemy of healthy masculinity. I see from the beginning that productivity and working for what you have and supplying what your family needs through work, that it is actually something that is necessary for the well-being of human beings. And so when the aggression that boys naturally have is not channeled towards a good fight.
Family, I want to be a mom one day, and I absolutely can.
Dylan can never become a mom. He would have to buy the eggs of one woman and rent the womb of another woman to do what he never can, and that is bear a child. That baby will then go into his arms, the arms of a stranger who doesn't smell or feel like the woman who birthed him, and will not feel the instinctive connection and longing that a child has for her mother.
Okay. So Allie, is that her name? It's like some Stucky.
Listen here, Allegra. What we're going to talk about is Jesus Christ.
Listen here, Allie Beth. Girl,
please.
Okay.
You sound like you were born in a barn.
People like you are the problem. Literally, bitch, we don't like you. I'm tired of your bullshit. All she does on her channel is talk about gay people and trans people and how much she hates them.
And COVID vaccines. Like, it's just
like, why are you picking these talking points? So this is for you, Miss Beth Stucky, or whatever the goddamn fuck your name is.
Beth Alley.
We would love to formally invite you onto our show to discuss your views on the Lord and gays and all of it. We would love it. So this is your formal invitation. Jim?
I rescind the invitation. I don't want to talk to this dumb bitch. So you can invite.
Okay, I'll invite her on. I'll fucking
She can
talk
sit
to her.
where I'm sitting and I'll be out of the room.
Oh, I need your sass though. Because I'll be like,
These are the people you don't give daylight to.
You know what? Here's the thing, though.
Okay.
I understand that, but I also think sometimes you need to put some daylight on these motherfuckers, put some heat. Okay, that's for dog breath. You should use it.
I was wondering why I was closer to you. Okay, so we need to talk about this concept I heard, and I think I saw it on a TV show. I don't remember what, but it's making me nervous. It's this concept of sick zoning someone. So, you know, friend zone, like they put you in the friend zone. Yeah. This is like, if you are sick, were you sick zoned? Oh, it's the Sex Lives of College Girls, season 2. Sex Lives of College Girls.
I love that show.
Season 2. She got sick zoned because she like hurt herself. And then her boyfriend down the hall, the hot one who's always shirtless, sick zoned her.
So explain it. And
so it's like, once you have started to take care of someone, you see them as like weak and helpless, and you have to be their provider, and it's kind of like you no longer see them as sexual or sexy, because they're like the sick person, so you have to take care of them.
You're like, what's going to happen next?
It's like, what do I have to do next? What do I have to take care of next? So I was like, wait, I've been taking care of Matt a lot. Have I sick zoned him?
Have you? I mean, that's something for you to discuss.
I don't think I have.
But you're worried about it because it can happen quick.
I'm just thinking about it, like, I have to be aware of that. Because, like, what if, you know, like a dog, like our little Penny, I always am like taking care of her. So, like, that's how I see, you know. But, like, can it happen to someone who you're like used to see as independent, sexy, all that stuff, and then it's like over the years being together? I'm wondering if has Michael sick-zoned you?
Honey, no.
When you clean up a shitty poo-poo and vomiting.
Let me say something, babe. If anybody's sick-zoning anybody, it ain't him to me.
It's you to him.
I literally am the hottest thing in the world to him.
Same.
Still.
I'm the hottest thing in the world.
Still.
Matt. I don't know what's wrong.
And I'm like,
what's wrong with our partners?
Well, I don't know. We're gonna find out. But
oh yeah, that's right. I don't know. I think it's an interesting concept. I think it does happen for sure. I've seen couples where it's happened.
I'm sure.
Where you've always seen the confident woman who's like having to take care of her husband and he never does this and I have to do this. Well, I have to do everything. Well, he doesn't.
And she's getting porked by her coworker.
And then, well, wow.
Folks, it's a pattern. Okay, we have a fucking pattern.
Is this like Chaser and
people
Chase?
do the? Yes, it's the same shit.
It's like the sick one and the not sick.
Depending on your like psyche, some people want to be chased, some people don't want to be chased, some people want to chase, and so you have to figure that out. But it applies to literally every single thing in your life. Like
it's weird.
From going out to dinner to fucking. Yeah. It's like everything has to do with this chase.
Because we already established we get chased,
honey. I don't
get chased.
I absolutely do not chase.
No.
Now,
what are you about to do with what's happening?
I had a little. We're going to do ChatGPT News.
Let's do ChatGPT News.
So this week I decided I want to do it on the voice bot. So I had ChatGPT. I need to learn how to say that better if this is going to be a segment.
Wait.
Okay, so let's go with the first story.
Have you heard about what's going down in Georgia? It seems like 2 educators at Banks County Elementary School have gotten themselves into some hot water. The principal, Dr. Dana Simmons, and the gym teacher, Dylan Charles, were caught in a bathroom near the principal's office. Getting a little too friendly, if you know what I mean. And the best part, Charles' wife was in on it. She even claimed that the principal was manipulating both her and her husband. Can you imagine being a fly on the wall in that household? Anyway, both educators have resigned, and the situation is being called a lack of good character and respect for taxpayers' property. But come on, let's be real, who hasn't had a little office romance at some point in their lives? It's just that these two got caught in the act. So, I say, if you're gonna do it, make sure there aren't any cameras around. That's my tip of the day. NEWARTICLD. Help. My husband enjoys sailing naked.
Oh, that's the next one.
I was like, go back.
So basically the story is, and this is what pissed me off about it, okay? You have 2 straight teachers fucking in the bathroom in Georgia, but we are just so concerned about people using the right bathrooms.
Right.
You have adults fucking
in a child's school.
But that's okay.
That's just infidelity. That's just,
infidelity.
It's not
sexual
grooming.
Behavior.
It's not grooming, apparently. It's not. Trans people are ruining our bathrooms.
Okay, yeah. So a trans person taking a piss in a bathroom is more damage than 2 people fucking each other, having an affair.
That kids can walk in on.
Taking pictures and videos in the school.
Yeah.
But we're going to ban books that say gay.
Like,
got it.
Yeah.
Got it. And that's what I wanted to say. I'm like, that story.
You know that probably wasn't even reported on Fox News, but if it had been, they wouldn't talk about it.
Oh, it wouldn't be like it would be like, well, 2 people were caught.
2 people had to resign.
Man, it really sucks they were caught. Back to you.
Yeah,
back to you, Laura.
I mean, it's outrageous.
Anyway.
Have you ever had an office romance?
I have office. I have office. I can't say the word office. I have office crushes. I can't say office.
I know you're high.
Office crushes. I do.
Have you ever hooked up at work?
No.
Okay. Interesting.
I never have, actually, surprisingly.
That's really shocking.
Oh, why? Because I'm a hoe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you this past weekend.
Well,
we're not allowed to talk about that.
Next story.
Help. My husband enjoys
what did he
sailing
spell?
naked and drinking beers with gay men. What do you think this could mean? Hey there, Prudy. This woman's got a husband who's got a gay friend from high school, and before they got hitched, he went on a trip to see this friend and spent a week hanging with him and some other gay dudes. They went sailing, and let me tell you, things got wild. They stripped down and guzzled some beers, and she's got the pictures to prove it. Now, her husband is all about his appearance and grooming, but lately he's been lisping. And she's convinced he's gay, or at least bi. She even asked a straight dude about it, and he was like, no straight man would sail naked with gay dudes. So, is she right? Is her husband gay or bi? Well, honey, let's start with the first thing. Your husband being particular about his appearance and grooming. So what? That's just called taking care of yourself. No one wants to be married to a slob with food in their beard and toenails that look like they haven't seen a clipper in a year. That's just good hygiene.
ChatGPT
And as for the naked sailing and beer drinking with gay men, I mean, if he was trying to hide being gay from you, that's probably the last thing.
Literally, that's the thing.
Maybe he's just confident in himself and up for a good time. And the lisp. Sure, it's a little unusual, but it's not like it's
I don't even believe it.
for someone to develop one as an adult. Have him check with a doctor or a speech therapist before you start jumping to conclusions. And not all gay or bi guys have a lisp, so don't go making any assumptions.
Yeah, what?
The real red flag here is that you're asking random straight dudes and strangers to weigh in on your husband's sexuality. Talk to your husband. Have a conversation.
This is deep.
That's way more important than any
ChatGPT
vacation
goes
pics
deep.
or a lisp. If you can't talk to each other, that's a real problem. And don't forget, your gut feeling is important, but what he says about himself and how you feel when you hear it is even more important. Just because he wants to play with dicks does not make him less of a straight man or identify as anything other than horny. Sorry, babe.
So
basically what I'm doing is, so ChatGPT, so this was like a question to Prudence.
Okay, who's Prudence?
I don't know, some bitch that's online. And it was this was a question. So I threw the question in the ChatGPT, then I threw the answer she gave, and then I said, I want you to spit it out like you're Amy Schumer is what I said.
Okay.
Which, it's not really. But regardless, ChatGPT came up with some good things, and
accurate.
So
if you were secretly gay, are you going to go on a cruise with a bunch of gay men and get naked and then show the pictures?
No, I literally
gay
go to
or secretly bi are not going to expose themselves this simply. Like, it's like,
no,
what?
I'm doing the opposite. I'm going to like a rodeo.
They'd be like, I'm going to Vegas with my straight male friends, and then actually be going with these gay guys and blow them. But
yeah, you're not gonna be like, hey, wifey, look. Okay, just
show the picture.
Okay, I'm so sick of the naked thing too.
I know.
Okay, just because you get naked, this is nature. Okay,
literally, it's a body.
I think again, I've had this conversation before, and this is how I felt when I went to Roseland. But like, men are supposed to kind of like be naked around. I don't know what it is.
It's the ancient Greek in you.
Maybe it's like there's something in it, like
saunas,
bonding.
You know, all these like baths, the Turkish baths. Like, there's straight men in other countries and in Japan. They go to public baths. They get naked around each other.
And they smack each other's dicks and shit. It's
but
weird,
it's fine.
But
it's
cool.
literally like we're just naked. Like, it's okay.
And here it's like, oh my god.
Oh my god, he was naked.
It's like,
oh, I don't want to see that. Oh god. We literally act disgusted when we see someone's ass, balls, dick. We're like, ew.
It's like,
I don't want to see that. It's like, what do you? Why?
Really?
Why don't you? Why do you care?
Like, why does it matter?
I think it's funny when someone just gets naked randomly or something. I'm like, okay.
No, I know.
Look
it's
at
like,
these, and they have their balls out. It's funny. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
It's not sexual.
And the final story. And then when you hear ChatGPT, I want you to think of what's his name doing Donald Trump on Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Because that's what this voice sounds like to me now.
So, thousands of gay men went on a Caribbean cruise organized by Atlantis Events on the Royal Caribbean's Harmony of the Seas ship. The cruise promised a week of partying, social mixers, and performances by famous entertainers. But before departure, guests were informed of a new policy that prohibits posting sexually explicit content on social media. The policy applies to all social media platforms, even the private ones, if the content can be connected to the cruise, the guests, or the vendors. The policy was established after some sexually explicit posts were made by the guests on social media. However, the new policy appears to be rare in the cruise industry, and only one other competitor of Atlantis, Vacaya, is taking gay and bisexual guests on a Caribbean cruise, and there is no mention of any social media content restrictions in their online
We're going to Vacaya.
The founder and CEO of Atlantis Events said that the cruise companies asked for the policy to be put in place to protect the privacy of all guests
it's true.
on board. Despite the new policy, the Just for Fans founder said that he believed that Atlantis is a friend to the adult creator community.
Yeah, obviously.
And that models should be careful and smart while filming. Makes me want to literally crawl into a hole and die. This sounds awful. How many gay men in one place? No thanks, hunty mama, whoa girl, fuck.
I added that last.
You added this. You just wanted to hear it read by that.
Whoa, girl, fuck.
Hunty mama.
Hunty mama. Yeah, so I thought that was very interesting. I'm thinking, you know...
I mean, honestly, it's funny because what's the point of these cruises? Like, everyone just goes there to like fight with their partner about infidelity, to get an STI, and that's really what that cruise is about.
But I thought about the same thing though, and I'm thinking if a straight single cruise or even a straight couple cruise,
they wouldn't,
adults only. But do you don't think they'd be whores?
I don't think they're whores. I think they hold back.
I think they're whores on the seas.
They're not like these gays are filming a porn by the pool on the cruise deck in front of everyone. Like the straights aren't doing that. They're afraid. Like they're we can't say that.
Oh, please. Yes, you can.
Wait, call people
I don't give a fuck.
It's misogynistic. I don't say it normally,
okay.
But it just like came out because I hate the straights. But
yeah, I thought that was very interesting. Like, what do they think is happening on there? And there's gays spending
it's
tons
obviously
of money.
yeah, like the gays go on this. That's the only reason they go,
right?
Is to like
it's freedom on the seas.
Collaborate. I love that word.
Oh,
let's collab. I'm
hey,
like,
you want to collab? I want to see that. Cock.
Just because I fuck you doesn't mean I want to collab with you.
Yeah,
like we've seen your hole on Instagram. We don't want to collab.
To be honest, this is going to be really bad, but I really don't like people who are whores online.
I know.
Is that
I
horrible?
don't. No, I actually don't. I'm tired.
It's not
of
attractive to me. It's like
not.
I don't want to fuck you because everybody else has already fucked you, and it's easy to fuck you. I need you to chase me.
There's these Columbus gays who have OnlyFans begging for people to cuddle them. I just want a man to do this and this, and they're like posting it on Twitter. It's so cringe.
I can't.
I read it on Twitter, and I'm like, honey,
well,
you're
girl,
you're a bartender at Union, and you keep asking for the same type of man. That type of man is not interested in you. There's a reason. Look what you're posting. Look what you do. I mean, it's fine. Go do it. But don't beg for a man to come along and act a way he doesn't want to act around you. It's weird.
I'm just tired.
Do you know? I'll show you who I'm talking about.
I know.
I can name names. It's just like.
It's the same song and dance and the same story.
I want a man who would just cuddle me and hold me all night.
All these couples on Grindr. I'm never gonna find my love.
You have a poopy
girl.
cum hole, and you were just out getting fucked by randoms. They don't want you to come home and hold you. Like,
now,
what?
if you go on these trips, that's great.
That's
good
fine.
for you.
That's fine.
I don't know where I'm concerned here. It's like, am I concerned about the gay community just being total fucking whores and collabing, or am I concerned about like the cruise, or am I concerned at all? And honestly, I don't think I'm concerned at all.
I don't think we would give it a second thought.
Just go to Wilton Manors then. Just go to the Eagle.
Yeah.
But I think gays are pushing the limit here. But that's just me. But I think pretty soon our money's going to run out. Well, no, it won't. But
the effect
of the money.
Yeah,
because
the
it's
power
all about
the
the
money
money.
has.
But then all of a sudden it's gonna be like, well, you have gays on your cruise. Wait
till a law gets passed.
AIDS.
Wait till Florida says you can't have a cruise leave from Florida if it's gay only, or there's drag performers on it. It would be very easy to pass a law that says you can't have gay only cruises leaving from Florida. So there goes the Caribbean cruises. They're all southern states where the cruises leave from.
That's where you're going, fat.
They could all just pass a law that says, hey,
wow, it's so scary. I
all of
gotta
them,
go.
all
We
of
gotta
them.
go. I
All
don't
of them.
like this world. I mean, by that I mean I'm staying on the world.
Okay, I was like, you already had one friend in your group
Jesus
commit Sue. You can't be the
Christ.
next. It's so just
cringe.
It's so cringe. Cliche,
honey. Sundries, and I kind of want to mix my sundry with our trip coming up.
Well,
or do you have something else?
No, I think it may be similar.
No,
I'll try to think.
No. If it's the same, we'll just talk about it.
My sundry is, and I realized this morning and all day today. So I went since we had that crazy weekend, I didn't drink all week. I drank last night at Pizza Place. I wake up today.
Place.
Well, at Polly G's.
I saw you. Did you like the square or the triangle?
Yeah, the circle pizza is just as good.
Yeah,
it's a fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Thin crust. Yeah. So I'm there. I had 2 glasses of rosé. That's it. I didn't get drunk or anything. Go home. Wake up. Puffy.
Mm-hmm.
All day today. I took a shower after work today to come over here. Fucking puffy. I bent over to pick up the soap in the shower. Puffy.
You're puffy, babe.
Puffy.
Now, is your ring even fitting?
Puffy. Puffy.
Was actually
it actually stays on.
Oh my God. I forgot.
It stays on and normally it slides right off. Puffy.
Okay, so you're puffy.
Puffy everywhere. I have tits. They're literally hanging lower today. It's weird. And the belly. I'm not pushing. This is just me sitting. So I'm just saying, it's weird to me that you have 1 or 2 drinks, puffy everywhere. But if you don't drink for 4 days, you're like, I feel good.
I'm skinny.
And it's fine. I just lean into it. I'm like, well, if I have to look puffy to enjoy alcohol, not even get drunk, just to have a glass of wine.
So
I'm gonna be puffy.
I'm kind of vibing on this.
Okay,
that sounded very Gen Z. I'm vibing, bro. But my sundry was going to be to talk about the fact that anytime I go look at anything about Park City and any location possible, Google, the fucking TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, I have not seen one fat person. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I'm also a little intrigued because I almost wonder if I'll be like a commodity. So I'll be wanted and
you'll
sought.
Be a hot commodity.
Right. Like a daddy beefy bear. So I made a video today on TikTok and said, hi, if anybody's going to Gay Ski Week, are there fats there, or is it just like a bunch of fucking circuit gays that are like literally?
They look.
There's a lot of
ill.
circus-ish.
There's a lot of people that look like they do too much cocaine and not enough eating.
Like it's like they're doing binge drinking at night and then skiing and then going back to binge drinking.
Looks like they've been in a K-hole 3 times this week. It's just they don't look healthy. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of steroids. Like they don't have balls, but they have big muscles, which is fine if you like that. I don't. Yeah, the types of people I'm seeing.
But I don't
in
know
pictures,
how to handle it though. That's where my sundry comes in. Is I'm a little bit concerned.
Are you worried about you not fitting in?
Yeah, I'm worried about. I'm worried about the parties.
I'm not, because you have a group of 12 people coming to surround you and be like your hype men and hype women and hype theys.
Yeah, and I guess I'm the reason for the season, so you better hype me up, bitch.
I know it's a little unfortunate.
It's a little crazy.
You look great, Bobby.
Yeah, you have to act so nice to me this trip.
Wow, that outfit fits wonderfully. You look like Sam Smith.
I love it.
You look just like them.
Oh no, you look.
You look like Sam Smith.
No, I look like fucking what's his name, Harry Styles.
You look like Harry Styles.
Oh my god, you're giving me Harry right now. I'm like.
But that's
Harry
what the people who go to Gay Ski Week probably say to each other, like, "Oh my god, I'm getting Harry Styles vibes."
Girl, you are giving me vibes. You are
and
living.
It's like,
let's go hit the slopes, honey. No,
the gays that go to Gay Ski Week at Park City are the ones shaming Sam Smith.
No, exactly.
Like,
and that's why I'm excited to go. And I'm excited to wear like belly shirts.
Yeah. I'm bringing crop tops.
I'm gonna be a whore.
I'm bringing crop tops.
I'm gonna be a whore.
Okay, good. Bring the whore,
honey. And also,
to,
we're staying in a really exclusive area, and I found out that our neighbor is Brandon Flowers from The Killers.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so
I'm Mr. Brightside.
So we're oh yeah, you are Mr. Brightside.
I'm right next to a Brightside.
Why don't you come and fuck me sometime?
Hey, Mr. Brightside, I'm over here.
So anyway, so to segue into Park City, well, that's where you'll see us next.
Yeah.
We'll maybe have like a little background of the mountains behind us. I don't know.
Oh, it'll be fresh.
It won't be green screen, honey. It'll be real.
We're going to be on the porch by the fire pit, just like chilling.
Just chilling.
Okay.
So that's something that you guys can look forward to. I also want to make a comment that I don't know if you understand this yet, but I'm going to have a setup and it's going to be like, sit down, we're going to record for 40 minutes.
Okay.
And we're going to do like different little things throughout the week. So I have a lot of material going forward.
Material
girl. But like one of the segments is, well, first of all, we're going to talk to Amber and Jonathan, who are celebrity chefs from.
Well, yeah, we have to.
Duh, like, I mean,
they were on
Next Level
TV.
Chef.
They were on TV.
Yeah.
Like, they're more famous than us. They have more followers.
We're actually going to do a cooking expose with them.
I want to do that.
We're going to like have a contest between us, and they can judge.
I get Jonathan. Actually, I
don't know which one I would.
I feel like Amber. I don't know. I think you need Jonathan because it's more Southern. Amber does variety. Jonathan's definitely Southern.
I'm like, Jonathan, I need you to make
that
chicken biscuits and gravy.
And he will.
And he will. And I'm really excited about this trip. So where was I going with that though? Oh, and then another episode.
Okay.
So the first episode you'll see will be just us getting there. We'll be like, oh, we're here, blah, 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 like a normal episode, kind of. Who knows? I don't know. People might pop in too. That's what's going to be fun about this.
There's a lot of popping.
So we'll do then Amber and Jonathan. And then I want to do an episode of me and you and Matt and Michael.
Oh,
a couples episode. Are you embarrassed?
I don't want people to know. No, I'm kidding.
No, you really don't.
No, it's not that. I think he will be.
Do you think he will?
I brought it up before. Like, you could come join. He's like, no. So I don't know.
We can put the fucking unicorn head on him.
Okay. I think he will. If
actually, I could blur him out.
Well, we'll convince him.
Yeah, I'll convince him. We're just gonna sit and talk. It's been like
if you get your dick out, you'll convince him. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
guess what? I'm not getting out the whole trip. My dick.
Well, I gotta make sure it's fluffed.
We're bringing the cock rings, or I was planning. I put it on my packing list. Cock rings.
Yeah. And then one of the episodes, I don't know if it's gonna be one of these or if we even have another one, because it's a media summit for me. They're skiing. I'm media. Drag. I want the girls to put us in drag.
Okay.
And then have like a big old fucking powwow. And I'm not saying these have to be like 2-hour episodes. This is like literally like 30 minutes and then we can just like throw it in or do whatever we want. I'm just trying to get content.
I kind of like this, yeah.
And all I'm gonna do is you'll come back from skiing and be like, hey,
you'll get
when you're done napping, whatever.
Videos.
Oh, honey.
You can get videos of me skiing down up to like skiing up
to the sunrise. I have a whole list of things that I want to take. I have all the settings that I need to have.
It's gonna be so pretty.
So we're really excited about that. We will see you when we're in Utah the next time you see us. So thank you so much for joining us for 186.
Make sure to call us 614-721-5336. 614-721-5336. Leave us a voicemail and speak as clearly as Rob.
Clear as you can.
Because
yes.
Rob
killed it. And Rob was hot.
Rob, I know, that's why I'm like
what was the last one?
Mad funny.
Oh, y'all are mad. I was like, oh, that voice.
When I heard mad funny, I was like, oh fuck.
I heard mad funny. My pussy tingled.
I slid off this little futon.
Oh, futon.
It's a futon at this point. There's so much pussy juice on it.
There's
oh,
and it's like
Rob.
probably like on this side, like somebody lays down, they're like
This side
dent.
it's crusty.
Yeah, they're like, is it done?
There's a dent and it's crusty and dry. There's cobwebs over there. On here, it's like a slide.
Oh fuck. Anyways, Rob. I guess we have to do it.
My pussy is just like feeling
Mine's like wet.
I'm not crusty.
Yours is crusty with a little cobwebs over there.
I'm so fucking crusty.
Oh, let me just.
Oh, my labia. Oh, my fat labia. My fat cunt. Oh, fuck. Oh, go.
Oh, go.
My little pussy.
Go,
Oh, my little pony. My little pony. My little pony. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your flight attendant. Or wait, I'm your captain now, bitch. Okay. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us.
This has been another episode of Not Well.
Bye.
Bye.